What's up, guys? Welcome back to The Educated Barfly. Today we're going to be making one of my very own creations. So I know Negroni week is over, but the last time when we did that Negroni, when we did the 5 Negronis for Negroni week, I didn't actually create this yet. I just did a little photo shoot with Amaro Montenegro, and I created a cocktail for that photo shoot, which went on our Negroni week menu last week. And I wanted to share it with you guys because it is brilliant. The other thing, I have a little announcement to make. So I've been getting a lot of people from commenting on YouTube and then hitting me up on Facebook and on Instagram asking me if there is a deadline for the viewer creation series. And I just want to let you guys know that there is actually no deadline. It is a rolling thing. So I'm going to just start making your creations, and I'm going to make videos of 3 cocktails at a time, and I'm going to critique all of those cocktails. I'm going to be nice about it, but I am going to critique those cocktails, and I'm assuming that you watch my show because you value what I think about cocktails, and so I'm going to be really nice and constructive about it, but I'm going to taste all of those cocktails. That said, I'm not actually going to pick the best of those cocktails, and I got to say that anyway, even if I were going to pick the best of those cocktails, I was blown away by the quality of the recipes that I've been getting. I really was holding my breath because I really didn't know what to expect from you guys, and especially there's a lot of non-bartenders. Everybody always says, well, I'm not a bartender, but, and honestly, that's fine. I have bartender friends that started as enthusiasts that went down the rabbit hole in all the books and trained themselves, literally went to YouTube to find the videos to train themselves on the technique and became wonderful, brilliant, award-winning bartenders. And to tell you the truth, a lot of that fact that a couple of my friends did that and sort of trained themselves with no formal bar training before they went to go work in a bar is a lot of the reason why I created this channel to begin with, is to inspire you guys to create. My main wish when I started this channel was that I was hoping that I could reach enough people to inspire them to make their own creations. And that's why I kind of talk through technique on this video, because I want you guys to have the right technique, and I want you to have a basis in the classics, so then you can then go off and make your own stuff. Another person also asked me whether or not I care if there's something that's sort of a close variation of an existing cocktail. And I will say that if you looked at this, our 6 most iconic cocktails video, you'll know that every cocktail that's ever been created is a variation off one of those 6 cocktails. So everything's a variation. I'm just looking, it's just nice to have cocktails that actually add something to the conversation. So whether that's a new flavor profile, or if it's it's there to season other flavor profiles, or to highlight something that was sort of in the background when the cocktail was first created. That's sort of what I'm looking for. But to tell you the truth, I'm really just going to go through those recipes and find the interesting ones and make videos on them. And I'm going to try and do as many as I can. So I may miss some. I'm not going to say that I'm going to do them all, because there was such an overwhelming response. I've gotten so many emails. It's going to take me a very long time to get through them. And I hope I don't overlook your cocktail, but I'm not going to commit myself to making them all. I'm going to try to get to them all, but I'm not sure if I'm going to really succeed. I don't want to promise that to you guys. But even if it's something that I think needs work, I would love to make it and taste it anyway. All right, let's get into the cocktail that's actually this video is about. It is called a Mulholland Drive. I created it around Mulholland Gin. Now, I know that Mulholland Gin isn't available all over the world, so it is a very cucumber-forward vodka. I will say that a vodka. I just called it vodka, and it's gin. It's a very cucumber-forward gin, and if you want to replace it with something, I think that it is closely resembling Hendricks, I think, would be the closest resemblance. The cucumber flavor in this is very, very important. But if you can't find Hendricks and you can't find this, you can also muddle a couple of cucumbers into this glass to sort of get that flavor profile. Because as you see, when we build this cocktail, we're going to be talking about why we built it. Also, I'm looking over there because I realized that I forgot something. Can you figure it out before I go get it? I go get it. Can't really make a cocktail without measuring. I mean, we could, I guess, make a cocktail without measuring, but that annoys me. I don't like it. You can't make consistent drinks by free pouring cocktails. It's just that's what I'm going to say about it. All right, let's get into the drink. Enough of the jibba jabba. Let's get into the cocktail making. So first thing we're going to do is just 1 ounce of Mulholland Gin. And then we're going to do 1 ounce of Amaro Montenegro. And then we're gonna do 1 ounce of Campari. And then we're gonna do, and this is the very important part of this cocktail, we're gonna do 1 bar spoon, which is equivalent to half a teaspoon of Mr.Black Coffee liqueur. Now, I've been making a lot of Mr. Black stuff. I've given you a lot of reasons to make Mr. Black cocktails and use this liqueur. What I really like about it is that it is from one single distillery. They roast the beans, they make the cold brew, they distill their own vodka, they add it together, they make it in small batches of 300 bottles. It is a great product. I really love it, and I'm constantly trying to find new ways to do stuff with it. So now I'm going to take our big tempered ice here that I made look beautiful, and we're just going to give it a light stir. Now, you can stir as much or as little as you want in these cocktails that contain a big rock, because they contain a big rock and they will be sitting on this ice. So they will chill down regardless, and they will add dilution regardless. That being said, I like to make the glass, I like to chill it down a little bit right off the bat. But since it's sitting on a rock of ice, you don't have to worry about chilling it down or not getting enough dilution, because you will, as it sits, get enough dilution. You know, and kind of the purpose of a rocks drink also is that it kind of starts off a little stiffer, and as you drink it over time, provided that you're not slamming your cocktails back, it's going to dilute a bit, it's going to get smoother, it's going to get a little more dilute. Hopefully it doesn't get too diluted. That's why we like to use these big rocks of ice. Trying not to spill. It's filled up a lot of the volume of my, this ice is such a big piece of ice that it's filling up a lot of volume of my already voluminous rocks glass. And then we're just going to take a little orange peel. You can flame the orange peel if you want and add like a little more caramel note to it. Today, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to give a little spritz, and because I want that fresh orange flavor. But the burnt orange flavor of a flamed peel is actually going to go really, really well with that coffee and also the Amaro Montenegro that's in there. And then we're just going to garnish it. Let's give it a taste. Yeah. So here's the thing, all right? Just that little bit, just that little half a teaspoon, that bar spoon of coffee liqueur just goes a long way. But what I love about this cocktail is that it juxtaposes the cucumber and the coffee together. It's two flavors that nobody would ever suspect would go together so well, and yet it does. It has that like coffee sort of espresso vibe, but it also is very bright in its flavor profile and very light, very good for brunch drinking. Now, the Amaro Montenegro adds a little bit more flavor, and it sort of smooths out the Campari. But what's really great about this is that a lot of people don't drink Negronis because they are scared of the bitterness of Campari. Campari is very bitter, and if your palate is not used to it, it is a very difficult flavor to get into. Actually, when I made my first Negroni, I took a sip. This is many years ago now, but I took a sip and I was like, what is this? I hate this. But as I bartended it, as I was around it more, and as my palate got used to it, there is literally nothing better than Campari. It is very bitter, and so it's really nice to have that Amaro Montenegro, which kind of adds a little bit more smoothness, and it sort of rounds out. And it kind of, what's great about this drink is that you feel the Campari in there. You really feel that Campari flavor, but it's sort of in the back, and it takes a back seat to that cucumber coffee flavor. So it's like this cocktail really, what I was trying to do, and what I'm glad that it does do, is that it really like highlights the gin and all of those flavoring elements that are inside the gin, but then it also, you get that Campari, you get the coffee, and then you get and then the glue that holds it all together is the Amaro Montenegro. I really, really love it. It's really great. So much so that I have to take another sip. I mean, so I would like crave this drink, and it's very easy drinking. And as it dilutes, it's going to be a little smoother and a little less bitter as you go. And the other thing that I didn't mention is just that fresh orange oil on top just gives it that nice citric sort of bite that you want, that sort of back palate kind of citric bite without adding too much, or adding sweetness of like the juice of an orange or something. So there you have it, my friends. The one, the only Mulholland Drive Negroni variation. I hope you enjoy it. And if you enjoy our channel, please hit like and subscribe and click that little bell. That little bell will tell you whenever we post something new, so you will not miss any of the stuff that we make. And then you should check out our Patreon, because we got some really good exclusive content on Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/theeducatedbarfly and check us out there. We're going to be doing some really new stuff, and we got some really great videos already uploaded there. I will see you guys next time. Until then.